Hey guys, this is Azra here on Gentechie.net, and today we're trying this Jarvis HB Engineering the Future deck utilising Jeeves and a lot of operations. Now this deck's actually got a lot of attention on Netrunner DB, and I know it's been built by CodeMarvelous and a lot of input from the community, it seems, from the links he's kind of shared, which is awesome. So this is the first time I'm playing this. I actually don't mind this hand too much. I think there are better hands, but I'm actually going to keep it. No End the Run for Geist is maybe not the best keep in the world here, but I'm kind of alright with it. So let's go. Hopefully we'll see maybe a wraparound or even an Eli here, but no, nothing of the sort at the moment. I think the Architect's probably going to have to go on HQ. Conscious of being siphoned. Can I blue level here? So I'll go up to 7 cards, which means I'll have to drop one. It's a little bit sketchy. Yeah, I'm going to blue level actually. We see another Architect, that is fair enough. The downside being that now we're kind of like a perfect account siphon range even with this Architect. So a bit of a risky keeping hand here. Maybe should have taken just an extra second to think about that. Having no end the run's definitely concerning. But I'll link this deck below. If you haven't seen it already, which I'm sure many of you probably have, it does seem to be a pretty interesting and quite a quirky deck. There's a lot of interesting combinations we can do. I'm sure I'm not going to get them all here first time in my very first game with this, but we will do our best. There's a wraparound, which I think I might actually just throw over this Architect, which isn't the best, but let's draw first. Okay. Yeah, I think I do want to double up on the HQ protection. And then let's go R&D. Okay, so this is not too bad at all. So Geist is actually an idea I'm familiar with playing, although I don't think I've played against it very much. Spy Camera, okay. So this enables Geist to look at the top cards and rearrange them on the top of his own deck, and then he can trash it to have a look at the top card of R&D, letting him know when a good time to run is, essentially, which is okay. Not the worst in the world. This Turing's pretty good, actually. I wonder if we can beat a run by going Turing Jackson. Or at this stage, if we should just look to potentially rush out the Biotic Labour. If I could get it with the Jackson, that would be ideal. And we only run 14 ice at the minute in this deck, so we're already seeing 4 of it. It's not the best odds for having a successful beta test. Yeah, I think when you remote this, I do want to pop the beta test down. It's a real risk reward though. I'm not sure if it's the right play. If he inside jobs it, it would be pretty sad. So let's do the Jackson. And this way we can potentially biotic out the beta test. So he could obviously trash the hopper, which will give him a credit from Tech Trader. And this is the thing about Geist. Geist can burst economy really hard. He's actually just seen the top card of our deck using Spy Camera. So he gains a credit, sees the top card, decides not to do anything. And this is actually pretty good for us. Okay, so nothing is going to stop a fast advance here, and we have the Jackson on the board to protect against a bad beta. Again, we've seen 5 ice though, which means there's only 9 left in the deck. I'm still not sure if this is a great play, but I feel with the Jackson it'd be kind of remiss not to do it. So create new remote, and we'll do 1, 2, 3, and yeah, let's fire it. And we see Jeeves green level biotic. Well, it's a sad day. I would have liked to see 1 piece of ice. I think with 9 in there, we should have really seen 1. But hey ho, them's the bricks, and it's the risk you take when you try and be sneaky like that. Losing to Jeeves is kind of bad, but at least so the old accelerated trader test doing its work. So we don't see any agendas, which is okay. But losing a biotic green level Jeeves, they're actually quite valuable cards there. I know that was a bit of a silly-esque play because really 1 ice was about the average we were expecting to get there. But hey ho, the potential gains definitely outweighed the losses, I think. So Subliminal's good, so we'll play that. And oh, that's not too bad at all either. Yeah, I think we'll green level, or maybe I like keeping green level in hand because it's such a good recovery card. And it can really bring you back from very low credits in a bit of a rough situation. I am aware that we could encounter some R&D pressure here, but I kind of want to start being ready to get a score going in this remote. So I'm going to put the Ichi maybe over the Turing. Or maybe just wait on a second or third Turing to come up and double Turing the remote. Yeah, given the fact that we know there's still 8 agendas to be found in R&D, I'm going to actually just hedge my bets a little bit and be a little bit cautious. Now this Jeeves, I think we do want to get it installed in this remote. So it's whether we want to pop this Jackson, and if we do, what we want to pop it for. Because I guess, I mean, again, this is just my first game with the deck, but from what I've kind of looked at and what I've read about it, protecting the Jeeves is almost more important than protecting the agenda, because you really are looking to just fast advance out. Economy is really the main thing we are after. So I could green level and then pop 2 green and the hedge fund back. He didn't run that turn, did he? Nope. So we're going to get Subliminal back, which is good. Okay, and we see food, which is probably right on time, really. Now, the tricky thing is, if I do pop down the Jeeves here, he might run it, but he doesn't have a huge amount of credits. And even though he's got 3 tech traders, it might not be enough for him to get in, you know, past the Turing and trash it. So I think what I will do here is Jackson. And we'll get back, let's bring back a Biotic, a Hedge, and green level or another Biotic. I think I'll bring back a green level at this stage. Let's chuck the Jeeves into server 1. Maybe green level first. Yeah, it's green level. Ooh, okay. So now we're looking for ways to score this efficiency committee from hand. And this is where things get a little bit combo-tastic. And I have to be careful here that I do this in the right way. Okay, continues to get his suite up. Oh wow, okay. And the triple tech trader is awesome. I don't need to res here. Because essentially he can't afford to trash the Jeeves, so I'm actually, unless he does trigger sports hopper, which I don't think he will given this is his last click. So I'm going to just let him carry on. He can't break the Turing, so I'm not going to worry about resing it. I'll keep that as a surprise for later. And he'll see the Jeeves and be able to do nothing with it. So what have we got? Oh, okay, so we could potentially fire this beta test from hand. So operation wise, what have we got? I don't think, because he ran and we can't get our Subliminal back, I don't actually think there's a lot we can do here. So I'm just making sure this isn't right, because what we want to basically do is have 4 clicks able to play efficiency committee, but to do that what we really need is like double shipment, or we need a Biotic to get it happening. So I'm just going to draw, see an Ichi. That's okay. Yeah, I'm going to put that in front of the Jeeves because I do want to protect it. And I'll just maybe take a credit and drop the fast track as we're kind of flooded at the minute. So we have 2 Biotics to draw into. Possibly could have shuffled back 3, but we're on 16 credits right now, but these are very versatile. They're going to potentially start diminishing pretty quickly. And the great thing about Geist is if you're allowed time to get set up, which this guy really is with the triple tech traders, you can maintain or you can keep a constant momentum, because as you're breaking and getting in, you're continuing to power through your credits and power through your draw at the same time, which means you get this real high point. Oh, sugar. Yeah, this is bad. In fact, this is like as bad as it gets. At least we're going to force him to fill up his hand. But he's definitely getting in here. And he's going to see at least 2 agendas, I imagine. There's a food. Oh, and the efficiency committee was the one with... Oh my god! He actually got all 3. Wowie. So that went... well, as bad as it could have gone for us there. So now we're in a bit of a dire strait. We need to find out if Jeeves can pull us out of this. And we're very much vulnerable to Siphon now as soon as he gets himself another spike. So yeah, a pretty rough access. I mean, obviously he timed that very well, considering we didn't use the Jackson to shuffle back anything. Oh, and now we are at a big risk of Siphon, in fact. Eli will help, actually. So let's check the Eli over HQ. The problem is Siphon is going to be pretty bad here, but I don't think we can really stop it. So R&D is where we really need to be defending, and if he is running, say 5 more spy cameras, I don't know with spy camera if you run the full 6 or not, but if he is running a couple more spy cameras, our R&D is going to become a huge weakness in our game. And right now, neither ice in front of R&D actually end the run. So we need to get fast advancing and fast here. Oh my word, okay. So that's bad. Yeah, I mean, oof. I feel like we got to res it just to get it resed and start taxing. The problem is he's just going to be able to maintain this really well. He's only used 2 breakers, 3 breakers now so far. Two shivs, 2 spikes, although the spike's not super relevant any longer. And him continuing to run is definitely slowing us down somewhat. We'd like to have these subliminals in hand, and playing 3 operations when we have Jeeves resed gives us that extra click, which can be really big, considering now that we have the double shipment. Political operative is going to help him counter Jeeves though. Oh man, so this is pretty grim. IQ on R&D is meh, really, at best. I guess it's just res this Jeeves, or maybe should have res this Jeeves just as a way to gain an extra click a turn, an extra credit a turn. So I'm potentially just missing an opportunity to gain a little bit, which is a little bit silly. Just having a quick think here. Unfortunately, there's not a huge amount I think I can realistically do here. Oh wow, 3 shipment from Zanzans in hand. Yeah, not sure what the best protocol is. Oh my goodness, and there's the source as well. Ugh. And Fall Guy. Ouch. Okay, so we're in a pretty bad spot. Not a good first game with this deck. Do I want to res the Jeeves here? Possibly. I don't think we're going to do 3 of the same thing, but I'm going to res it anyway. And let's grab our subliminals back to hand. So we could do 3 installs, I guess. Seems a little counterintuitive. We definitely don't want to play 3 operations. So he's trashed that straight away, which is spot on, really. Which is actually okay for us. I'm actually very good with him trashing that. I have no big issue there. We could always potentially just try and score out. The problem being that's really not what we want to be doing at all. Trying to think my way out of this, and I'm not doing a very good job at all, actually. Yeah, I don't think I can invest any more money in defending right now. So I'm just going to take some credits and drop this IQ. If we could see one of our second or third Turings and pop that over the remote, scoring out could be an option, but again, I really don't think that's the way we want to be going here. So yeah, this is pretty grim, although he can't actually break the Turing, so that's okay. And potentially double Itchy now could be quite rewarding for us. If we were to catch him with a double Itchy, we could end up taking out his Corroder, which would be perfect. Single Itchy isn't going to do it, but if I do res both here, I would get to fire the Architect, which might save us. So yeah, I think I've got to res here. So let's see if we can avoid an instant loss. So top card was Reclamation Order, so fair enough. We do get to ignore the install cost of this, and the only thing that is installable is Eli or Project Vitruvius. If we install Project Vitruvius, we have a Subliminal in hand, so we can score that, and he has no clicks, so that's going to be the play. And from Archives, paying the install cost, I think just the Jeeves is going to be the play. Or from HQ, no, so I think just the Jeeves. It does mean he could potentially bank job, which is kind of grim, but hey ho. So that worked out okay for us. We're going to get to score the Vitruvius. And it's a shame we didn't get a 4-2 there, because we could have really abused the shipments. I don't think there's any way we kind of want to abuse Jeeves here. Will I shipment from Sansan? I think I will. I could have over-advanced the shipment from over-advanced the Vitruvius there. So maybe misplayed that slightly, actually. Unable to pay for it? Is this bugged? Oh, no. Oh man. So who watched that happen? Sugar. So, man. So I could have, but I could have basically shipment from Sand after doing Subliminal and shipment twice while resing Jeeves, and that would have done it. Would that? Yeah. I think that's right, because I could have. Is that right? Subliminal would keep me on 3 clicks. 1 shipment then put me to 1, and then I'd gain a click, which would be, yeah. So 2 double shipment would have done it. So yeah, absolutely my bad. Failed to see the source there. Got a little bit ahead of myself and a bit sort of panicky as the R&D pressure came down. But yeah, so an interesting deck. We came under some severe pressure. I think we maybe misplayed doing the Jackson a turn earlier than we did. So very nice of Drabbucksterg offering to let me take that back. But no, I think it was a good game. And I'm not slow playing like a aggressive secretary or something here, in case he thinks I am. So hopefully he just runs it and finishes off. If he doesn't, I'm just going to concede. Yeah, there we go. So he gets it, which is absolutely perfect. And yeah, so a good game. Enjoyed that. Definitely have to give this deck another go. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm sure we all learned a lot there. At least I hope some of you guys learned some as well. I definitely did. And I hope to see you in the next video.